All right, so it's the end of November 1989. It is almost the end of the 80s themselves, which is kind of concerning. I was kind of hoping we'd be a little bit further along, but I'm really hoping that the 90s will be my decade and Nerd Yourself's decade. I guess we will have to wait and see. Well, I guess we're going to figure that out today, whether or not things like Space Command 2 and Pixel happen to make some money, which is kind of what we're going to do right off the jump today, I think. We're going to see how Space Command 2 happens to do as a sequel to what I think is still our most profitable piece of software ever. Let's have a very quick look here. So profit, yeah, Space Command, closely followed by Reverb 2.0, which is still doing okay, but it's been a minute. It's been 2 years since we did Reverb 2.0. Seems fitting that we're doing Space Command now and then Pixel in a year and a half from now. I'm kind of hoping for the best here. 500 followers is concerning. 100 bugs fixed could be better, but we're going to release this and see how it does. So 5 stars, 4 stars, and well, okay. Belagoth's brilliance shines through. The bugs are few and far between. We can tell a lot of work went into Space Command 2, plus Belagoth knocked it out of the park. We have literally never heard of Nerdosoft. Also, we'll probably go for Supreme Dominion Craft, to be honest. Okay, well, you know what? Good for you. Go play Supreme Dominion Craft, you loser. Let's get this thing updated immediately. The tech levels are behind a little bit right there. Let's go for you. Bring that up to date. Wait a minute. I could use Reverb and not have to pay any royalties. It's only mediocre, but it's free. So that's what we're going to do. Give this to the game dev team right there. We really should get some source control in here as quickly as we possibly can. We'll see how that ends up going. Let's update Reverb 2.0 and we'll hold off on another update for it for a little while. Space Command, I'm curious to see how that goes. Let's make this a top priority. Reverb is an 8, and I guess Space Command Original can go down to a 5 in terms of priorities. We'll keep this open so we can see active users. Reverb MIDI is almost done being ported, I guess. We're going to cancel Space Command porting because I don't think we need to worry too much about that. And I'm also thinking that we should probably start working on an expansion for Space Command here as well. So we'll get the game dev team lined up to do that. We can go in for some graphics, I suppose. Get some people excited about a little bit of a graphical update right there. A bit of wasted interest though. I don't love that. Let's go for a story update. People seem to like a good story update. We'll go for 6 hours of that. We'll do a little bit of new music in there and some AI archetypes, I guess. We could maybe bring the graphics up a little bit there. 94%, a little bit more story as well. 12% wasted interest is all right. $20 is fine. Space Command 2. What do we want to call the expansion here for Space Command 2? We did the solar expansion for the first one. I don't want to do the solar expansion again. I don't know. It's slightly tempting to start using other games as the expansion names. For some reason, I want to call like the Stellaris update, the Star Citizen update, the Elite Dangerous expansion or whatever. Let's call it the let's start with Elite. I haven't played a lot of Elite Dangerous. I played a fair bit of it years and years ago. Haven't played it in a very long time. I really want to get into Star Citizen, which is unrelated, but anyway, we'll call it the Elite expansion, I guess, or just Elite. Space Command 2. We'll call it Elite, right? So it's like Space Command 2 : Elite, Space Command 2 Stellaris, Space Command 2 Star Citizen. I don't know. We'll do something like that. That'll be fine. Sure. Start developing that immediately. That will need marketed, which is going to be interesting. We'll do some pre-marketing on this at some point, but for now, we'll just sort of let them keep working on it. That's going very quickly. Good Lord. Wow. Was not expecting that. At least the update is done. So let's just let the expansion go through a third iteration, since that doesn't seem like it's going to take too long to do. I'm really hoping Space Command 2 is a runaway success. I'm really hoping for good things. 0 active users. I'm hoping for a jump here. I'm really hoping for a jump. We get 23,000. Wow. Okay. We also get new furniture. We got the 90s computer. First person shooters. Let's go. Absolutely. We're doing that. Absolutely. I'm so excited. How much money did we just make? We just did 527,000. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. We need to do a couple of things here. We need to lease this, and I'm going to, sorry, I'm really excited right now. I'm going to paint this room a sort of just like a dark color, because it's all it really needs to be. I want to put some servers in here. I want source control management is what I want. So we're going to put a bunch of servers in here. I don't even think we need that many of them, but that's what we're going to do. And we're going to copy them, and we're going to put them on this side as well. And that'll be fine. So I want to select all of them. I want to connect them. And yeah, that'll be source control, which is totally fine. Let's do some lights in here as well, because that seems like the right thing to do. We'll go for there. We'll go for, I guess, there. It'll keep it nice and bright. And industrial ventilation, probably worth having in here. So we'll do, I don't know, a vent right in the middle. I don't think it's accessible though, so we'll have to delete that server, which is fine. That should keep the room all right, which is what we're looking for. So if we go back in here and we go to our servers, we have this one, which is going to be SCM. So we will rename you. And that should mean that eventually we can, we can't do source control for you now that you're being worked on, but eventually for other things, we can start doing source control. And I'm also thinking, now that we have first person shooters, I want to make another game, and I want to make a first person shooter. I think right off the jump, we want to make a first person shooter. I think it's important. In terms of frameworks, unfortunately, there are none. So we're going to have to come up with a game name and then a framework adjacent to that. 2D editors, we can go for this one, I guess. That's about the only one that we have to choose from. And we'll go for Reverb 2.0 for the audio tool. And I guess active users, let's just do Badger for the operating system for this one, which is totally fine. In terms of features, we'll get there. We're going to have Bella do this. We're going to have a publisher as we usually do. And they're not going to give us very long at the moment. So let's start working on features before we start getting carried away here. So it's a first-person shooter. I want a HUD in there. I want physics in there. I think that'll be a good thing, although that might overload gameplay a little bit. Let's do a customizable character, and let's do a dialogue tree and a branching story. So that's approximately 2 years. That's a lot. That's a lot of story. That is all my designers already. I can get a bit more programming in here though, which is fair enough. Audio, let's do adaptive music. That does drop out the number of, you know what, take the branching story out of there. We'll do adaptive music, we'll do recorded dialogue. I really don't like that we need one more designer though. Really not a fan of that. We also don't necessarily have enough programmers either, which is slightly concerning, but I want this thing to be good. Do we want to do an open world? Definitely not. We'll do recorded dialogue, and I think we can sort of move this wasted interest into expected interest, and that'll be fine. We're going to do $79.99 for the price, and the product name, oh boy, Hellshock. I think we did Hellshock once before, right? I know we did King Doom once upon a time, and I thought that was brilliant. I loved it. I'm gonna be honest, King Doom, that franchise from the last series that we did, I think, was so good. I do like Hellshock. I think we've made Hellshock before. Lethal Weapons Full, okay, Valor Killer, Gun of Death, Monster Death, Covert Zombie Trigger, Target in Space. Oh, wait, what if we give it a spacey kind of name and it's like in the same world as Space Command? What if it was just space fights? No, that's boring. Space fighter, space soldier. I mean, we could lean into like Halo and call it like Spartan something or what. I don't know. Or we could go way back. Now that I think about it, we could go way back. I don't know if we did this in the last series. What if we just did like Sergeant Stabbyface or Captain Murder Stab? Like either of those. We did, that was like one of the first games I think we ever made in Software Inc. I'm really tempted to do Sergeant Stabbyface, and I think that's what we're gonna do. This was Sergeant Stabbyface. It's gonna be the name of our first person shooter. Yeah. Okay. Sergeant Stabbyface is what we'll go for. And I don't know what the engine's gonna be called. I've got no idea. We'll call it like the soldier engine or something like that. That'll be fine. So it's kind of thematically linked and whatnot. So go over to the next page. It's gonna be in Badger. That's fine. Let's analyze the market a little bit and apply this. And let's start shuffling things around. So we want to go really, really hard into the story, and we can get up to 100% there somewhere. I saw it. There we go. 100% expected interest is perfect. The graphics kind of suck. It'd be nice to go a little bit more into the graphics, I think. I don't like the wasted interest, but I do think the graphics being a bit better would be good. Approximately 2 years is more time than I'm happy about. But that should be all right. 2 years, 11 months. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. January of 93. I would like to bring that down a little bit. I really would. I would really like to bring that down a little bit. I just think it's for the best. We need 2 more designers, 2 more programmers. Our artists are fine. We could expand the game dev team, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Man, that's rough, but yeah, we're gonna go for it. We'll take this contract. These guys like us, so that's fine. January of 93. Let's start working in Sergeant Stabbyface. And I guess let's expand that team. We need what? 2 more designers, 2 more programmers. So 4 more desks. So we'll copy this room into this space. So grab all of this, move it all up to here. We can copy the style of the room as well. So it's nice and red. The floor is nice and white. And that should be fine. So we'll set that to be for the core or the game dev team, sorry. And I guess, what was it? 2 designers and 2 programmers or 2 artists or whatever. I really don't remember. It was 2 more designers, 2 more programmers for that team. So game dev, HR, we want 6 programmers and 5 designers. And that will bring us up to 14, should bring us up to 15 people in that team eventually. But that should put us in a pretty good spot. That'll hopefully mean that Sergeant Stabbyface can maybe be done a little bit sooner than expected, or at least it's going to be really, really good when it happens to go out. I really don't know. I really, really don't know what we're necessarily going to be looking at here. Let's bring that down in terms of priority, though. Let's get them working on the Elite expansion pack here, because the design of that is done. So we'll start developing that, and we'll start marketing that as well. Now, we don't have a marketing team, now that I think about it. But let's do August of this year, I guess, for the Elite expansion. And we'll do, I don't know, a press release, I guess. We'll give it to everybody and just see what happens in terms of writing a press release. We'll see if this company has enough people in it that can do a press release. I have some doubts, but we will we'll see what happens there. It'd be really cool if Elite ended up being really profitable. It'd be really, really nice. But we'll see. Space Command 2, either way, 53,000 active users currently. It is quite far down there in terms of profits, which is a little bit concerning. I guess the publisher is probably taking a good chunk of that, which means we might get a cut of that eventually, which would be lovely. It's also my first great product which is amazing. I absolutely love to see that. It'd also be nice to get some products going out a little bit sooner than later. We do, of course, have Pixel going out next year. It's now in its 3rd design iteration, which is great news. It doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to get this press release done, unfortunately, which I don't love. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that that's taking forever. It also looks like Elite is pretty much ready to move into beta. So August might have been a little bit ambitious on that one, which is fair enough. Let's bring the 2D up to date in this a little bit in terms of tech level so that we can also fix a bunch of bugs in there and hopefully keep people super interested in Space Command 2. Ooh, hold on a minute. We have security, right? Hold on a minute. Why are they coming in with my employees? Hold on a minute. The hell is this? An employee has called the police. Good. Wait, no. Wait, no, not my award again. No. No. What's my security doing, man? Oh, there they are. All right, do I get my award back? Can I have my award back? Wait, who's not having their needs met? Oh, because my office was being robbed. Wait, do I get it back? No. Why? Why? That doesn't seem fair. That does not seem fair. Oh, I hate that. Okay. Let's do May for the release of this. We'll bring it forward. I'm not happy about that. I'm really not happy about that. What's the point in having security, man? Why are they not at the desk? Like, I don't understand. Oh, I want my awards. That's not right. That's really not okay. Oh, man. I was really hoping I would get to keep that one. I was really hoping I would get to keep that one. That's really unfortunate. Let's finish that Space Command 2 update. Oh, that sucks. It really sucks. It's really unfortunate. But whatever, we have money. We're doing all right. We just made a bunch more money, which is great. Elite needs to go out today, so let's release that. Unreleased press release. Sure, release that, I guess. And release Elite as well. Is it any good? Great quality? Okay. Who in the world is Nerdersoft? All right, buddy. No one asked, but okay. We'll give that 7,500 and give that to... I'm just going to give that to everybody. It's fine. We'll order 5,000 copies. I don't know if it's going to be popular. We will find out is what we will do. And hopefully the marketing will help a little bit. Space Command 2, it does have 80,000 users. 5,000 copies of Elite might not be enough. Now that I think about it. Let's order another 10,000 and just hope for the best on that one. It's also outstanding, which is the first time we've had a product reach outstanding, which I'm very pleased about. So here's hoping for some good things. I am wondering if we should get a marketing team as well. Now that I think about it, I also don't think I put, did I forget to put Sergeant Stabbyface on, source control? I think I did. Yeah. Oh, well, it's fine. It'll be all right. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. My hope at the moment, I suppose, is that Elite being a really good expansion for Space Command 2 is going to get more people to buy Space Command 2, which it did. We just sold 17,000 copies of Space Command 2. So that's pretty good. In terms of add-ons, it just made 56,000. It sold 2,800, which is okay. I can deal with that. I can definitely deal with that. I am wondering if it would also be worth me getting just a little product printer in here and getting some pallets and hiring some couriers to deal with my stock instead of having to order copies. That might not be a bad idea. That really might not be a bad idea. I might want to do that. I don't think we're gonna do it today, but I'm definitely thinking about it. Oh, I've been nominated for an award. Please. Best product, it's gotta be me. It's me! Yes! Okay. All right. I look forward to that being stolen as well. I just want to keep my awards, man. I just want to keep my awards. It's not fair. I just want to keep my awards. That's all I want. I'm putting a camera on this wall. It's gonna live right there. I don't know if it's gonna be any use whatsoever, but it's gonna live right there, and I'm gonna hope for the best that that award doesn't get stolen. I might need more security now that I think of, you know what? I do need more security. I'm gonna hire more. We're 100% getting more. Let me sort by type. Let me get 1, 2, 3 more of them. Let me get you guys to come in at 8. Let me get you guys to come in at 4 p.m. Let me get you guys to come in at 12 a.m. So that way, we are hopefully going to have, oh, this is cool. That's very cool. I like that a lot, actually. That's really, really cool. Let's have you come in the morning to sort out the computers. Let's actually, you know what? You guys, you can come in there. That's fine. You can come in there and that'll be fine as well. Right. Yes. Okay. So can I assign security to this room? I don't think I can, but I'm hoping that now that we have more security, if we get robbed, like we have someone out front most of the time, and we should have someone on the cameras most of the time, right? That's my thinking, and that's my hope. That's hopefully gonna work out. Either way, 111,000 active users for Space Command 2 is kind of amazing. Very happy about that. Still a lot of people using Reverb 2.0. Still quite a few playing Space Command the original. And now that I think about it, Space Command 2 should probably get ported to some new systems. So let's get game dev and core to work on that. Let's sort by active users. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Badger that aren't playing it right now. So we'll move it to all of those new systems. We got 5 new systems to put Space Command 2 onto. And I'm hoping that doing that is going to mean, you know, they're going to be like, man, there's 110,000 people playing Space Command 2 and they're porting it to my operating system. That is a day one purchase, right? That's what we're looking for with Space Command 2. We need people to look at it as the second it comes out for your operating system, that's all. Space Command is sold out. There's no one left for it to sell to. I got worried. I thought that said Space Command 2 for a second there. But no, we're doing all right. I think we can stop marketing Elite. And I honestly don't know that we're going to do another expansion for Space Command 2. I don't think we need to do another expansion for it. I think it's doing all right as it is right now. I'm also thinking Sergeant Stabbyface, it's about to be done with iteration 2. Once it's done, we're going to move it forward. I've also just realized it's August of 1990 and Pixel is still in its design phase. Let's develop that because it's less than a year from release and I've not done any development yet. That's potentially going to be really bad. Is it doing okay in terms of numbers? It could use another artist and another programmer. Okay, that's going to be a little bit worrying, but we'll see what happens there. We'll see if that ends up working out or not. Definitely, oh, it's going slow. It's going slowly. We might want to get, so what is it, an artist and a programmer. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the same old trick that we've done before. We're going to copy this. It's going to live right there. And it is going to live right there. So we need to expand that team a little bit. So we'll go to the core team. So right here. And we want to go to HR management. We need 1 more artist. So 2 and 4 for the programmers. We'll educate 3 at a time now, just to make sure everybody is looked after. And that is hopefully going to mean that Pixel will meet its June 1991 deadline. That's the goal anyway. Either way, Space Command 2, back to the important one, it is now on Badger, which means if we have a look at Space Command 2, if we look into the details, the consumer reach is 2.8 million, which is great news. It is 128,000 active users currently. That is going to jump to 126. It went down. Okay. Well, that's not good. That's less than ideal, but you know what? It's fine. I'm sure there's some other game come out. It's okay. We'll not worry too much about it. Sergeant Stabbyface. I really don't think it needs to go through another iteration, honestly. Let's just develop it. Let's just get it going. And we'll start working on the art. We'll start working on the code. It's got everybody that it needs, which is great. So here's hoping that should be done way ahead of time. That thing has 2 whole years of alpha and beta. So it's got more than 2 years. So it should be okay. So while all of that's going on, I'm kind of thinking it might be time to open a digital distribution platform. My publisher currently has one, which is fair enough. They've got a 27% cut. They have 27% of the market. These guys have 30. These guys have 41. I like the idea of making my own and putting a little bit of a lower revenue cut on there. So we'll develop the platform. We're going to need to put it on a server though. So before we develop the platform, let me rent another room. Let me grab all of the furniture in that one, spin it around and put it in there. And then select these guys. We'll connect them together. And that is going to be our, I guess, the store server. So we'll call it the store server, I guess. We'll just rename it to store and that'll be fine. We'll copy the style from this room over to this one as well. So we'll go for dark floor, dark walls. That'll be fine. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And I guess we'll go to digital distribution, develop the platform. It is going to be on the store server. Source control is source control. Product name though, Electro Sensor. That's interesting. Nexus. I like Nexus. I know that's a modding platform, but Nexus is pretty cool. Nerdrosoft Nexus kind of has a nice little thing to it there. We'll do file management. We can do recommendations. We can do library management and a review system. We'll just do everything. 100% interest. Approximate bandwidth is a lot, but we should be able to manage that. And it's going to be less than a year to make this happen. So who is not doing anything? The core team is doing 2 things. They're porting and they're working on Pixel. So I'm going to give this to, I want to give this to the, I think I want to give this to the core team, to be quite honest with you. I think that's going to be the better shout. So we'll just give it to me basically. And it gives me IP ownership, but I'm not going anywhere. So that should be fine. Nerdrosoft Nexus, that's what we're going to call it. It shouldn't really take that long to get it going, which is good because we really don't want them spending forever working on it. And I'm hoping that because it's going to have a relatively low cut, we're going to have a lot of other companies very, very interested in putting their products onto Nexus. Although it looks, oh, networking. I didn't think about networking. Okay. That complicates things. That slightly complicates things. We can do networking design, but we might actually need some network development here. So let's, well, we don't, oh, now hold on a minute. Let me have a look at my teams. Core has network designers. Game dev has network programmers. Support does as well. So you know what? Let's put the game dev team on this as well, because then we can make sure we don't need to hire anyone else to get Nexus done. In that case, we can have the game dev programmers work on it and everything should be fine. I've also noticed that we're suddenly losing money. We filed a tax report for 1990, which is great, but we're suddenly not making money, which I don't love. The fact that our income has dropped off a little bit. Space Command 2 is not really doing as well as it used to. Let's finish that update and let's continue to push out updates to things like the 2D systems here. We'll go for this, I suppose, and just continue to update Space Command 2 there. Nexus is coming along, which is good. I think we'll just let it run through some iterations to try and keep it as good as it can possibly be. That seems like a good thing to do. Like making a really, really good digital distribution platform in 1991 is, look, I might be putting the horse or the cart before the horse here, but my thinking is that if we make it really good and just sort of make sequels down the line with all the new features, we might be able to just sort of maintain clients. We might be able to keep other studios and other companies interested in our platform. Speaking of other companies, where are we at the moment? So we're still down here, unfortunately. Interestingly, we are not far behind the usual publisher that we go to, which is very, very, very interesting. So how are they doing right now? So their lead designer is this guy, which is interesting. We can't poach him right now. Be interesting if we could bring him over here. So what are their products? Products for Scouts Interactive. It's just this? Wait, that released in 85. They haven't, wait. They have 2 products. Interesting. So they did Color Palette Premium in 1970, which did terribly. And then they did Color Palette Premium 2 in 85, which did 77 million in profit. And somehow they're going out of business, basically, is what's happening to Scouts Interactive, which is really concerning. It's also annoying that these guys founded 4 years after me and now have 76 products and are worth, $379 million. How did they get 76 products? What did they created 3 and then bought the rest. That checks out. I guess, yeah, they did what? Console, they do console operating systems, or they did a console with the Pixel box and then did these guys, I guess. No, the Pixel box is the most recent one. So they did Apex Evolved and Apex Evolved 2, and then they did the Pixel box, which didn't sell as much as the previous, but because I guess they have all of this other stuff that's just doing really well for them right now. Interesting. 76 products for a company that was founded not all that long ago, 7 years ago, is kind of wild, actually. That's, yeah, that's really something. I'm slightly annoyed that my publisher is my usual go-to publisher, the one that we have a good relationship with, is likely to go out of business. That's, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's also June of 91 and Pixel has to go out today. It's nowhere near done. That's unfortunate. So I don't like that either. Sure. It's not even in beta. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Sure. I can't believe I messed this up. What do you mean we're being robbed again? They're right here. Oh, come on. They're going to take my, oh no, they're leaving. Hey, nice. Okay. All right. They didn't take my award this time. That's good. You know what? Release it. I have an unreleased press build. Do I? Wait, no, hold on. The unreleased, so the publisher is handling marketing of Pixel. So that's on them. We're putting this out there because it's going to be terrible, basically. 4 stars, 3 stars, 5 stars. Okay. It's a day 1 patch waiting to happen. That checks out. Let's give it to the core team to bring it up to date as much as possible and hopefully get it sort of figured out nice and quickly. That update might take a while. Let me give that to everybody except accounting. Because if we can get this update done today, which apparently it's slowed down massively, so that's probably not going to happen. Well, ooh, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Well, close enough. Pixel, 0 active users right now. That's sure. I'm really nervous about this one. Is it any good? It's good. It's good. It's good. It only needs to make 159,000 to be profitable, which is fair enough. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Let's call maintenance because apparently we need that. I'm hoping for good things here. 0 active users at the moment. I'm hoping that goes up. I'm really hoping we get something good out of Pixel. 8,000. Okay. Okay. It could be better. It could definitely be better. We could port it, I guess, to other systems. I don't know about that one. I don't know that Pixel was necessarily as successful as it could have been, which is really unfortunate. But you know what? We'll get the update finished at least, and that'll be fine. The core team is now mostly going to work on... Let's just have them do the ports. We'll not have the game devs work on the port. That doesn't seem like it's fair. And I guess we're just going to be hoping for Sergeant Stabbyface in 18 months to be something amazing. Let's make that a top priority. Although it's really struggling on the programming side there, which has me a little bit concerned. But we'll hope for Sergeant Stabbyface to do good things. We'll hope for Nexus to be a good thing. And I guess we should probably just spin Bob Newby off into his own little team so he can work on, you know, Pixel 2 and Pixel 3 and blah, 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 blah. So that way, eventually I can do automation. I did talk about the idea of getting some printers in here. I do think it might still be an idea to get some printers in here, because if we're going to do automation, we need to print our own products, which is a whole thing. We'll see how that goes. Pixel really, oh man, it really hasn't sold the way I hoped it would. It really, really hasn't sold the way I hoped it would. That is really unfortunate. But I mean, the next one will be better, right? That's the way we're going to look at it. The next one will be better. And that's all we can really hope for. Let's give the core team the job of updating it. Let's start developing Nexus as well, which is also a core team job. Let's make that a lower priority though than getting this Pixel update done. And that's all going to be a tomorrow thing anyway, so it is what it is, I suppose. We are still making money. Oh, it just shot up to 43,000 active users. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, in that case, yes, it's made a profit, which is great. I've also realized we haven't lost money on anything. And also Space Command 2 is now my most profitable thing. Reverb 2.0 took over at some point as well. Still doing 46,000. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Then 97,000 on Pixel last month. Very, very happy about that. I definitely think now that it's made some money, Bob probably deserves his own little team to start working on Pixel sequels. I think that's going to be something we can deal with in the next episode, though. I'm not really too interested in managing another team right now, but I definitely think Bob has kind of earned another little chance to make a Pixel sequel right there. Especially since Bob's the only one at this point that doesn't have his own little thing going, right? Like I'm kind of doing the reverb thing. That's what my character specializes in. Bella specializes in games. So she did, obviously, you know, Space Command 2, our most profitable piece of software so far was Bella. So I think giving Bob his own little franchise with Pixel seems fair enough. I mean, it's profitable. It's doing all right, which is great news. So I definitely think Bob has kind of earned the chance to get his own little thing going there, man. I really wasn't expecting it to work there. Let's get that Pixel update out and let's just keep on keeping on with those updates. In terms of all companies, I am down here. Let's sort by worth. So I've dropped a little bit. Scos has jumped up a little bit. I'm not really sure how that's happened. I think they listed more of the company. Actually, I think they were 25% listed. They've almost doubled that. So someone somewhere has bought some of that company. Yeah, these guys have. I would be very tempted to buy a chunk of their stock so that I don't know if that'd be weird, but basically instead of like my publisher owning part of my company, I own part of my publisher's company. I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's a thing that happens in the games industry. It's usually the other way around, right? Like the publisher owns part of or the entirety of the development studio. But I would like them to continue to exist, you know? I would like that company to be around because we have a really good relationship going. I don't need them forever. I don't need a publisher. You know, once I can handle marketing and once I can handle printing, I don't need a publisher. But until then, it might not be a bad idea. Also seems like we have some people that can be educated. So accounting, you can be educated. Let's give you offshore account management. That seems like a great idea. We'll give you offshore account management as well. You're on the game dev team. You can be educated in design. You should be getting educated in design though. That should already be happening. You can get, there's 4, I can put 4 points into your service ability. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know that I need to do that necessarily, but sure. And then you as well. You know what? I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's we'll let this pixel update sort of run perpetually just to get a bunch of the bugs fixed maybe in a couple of months time so that we can kind of keep people interested. 84,000 active users though is not bad. That's kind of fantastic. I think Space Command 2 peaked around 128,000, 129,000. It'll be interesting to see if Pixel can surpass that. 94,000 right now is not bad. It's not bad. I'm definitely thinking now that we're at the $10 million mark, it might be time to move out of this apartment building and into a skyscraper just because we can kind of afford to, and it will also let me get some more teams in here. Although we still have plenty of space. We have what, 5 rooms that we haven't leased yet? So I can't really complain too much about that. It's not the worst thing in the world to have 5 rooms left and, you know, $10 million sitting right there. So definitely can't complain too much about it. Space Command, it probably needs an update. We're not working in another one of those right now, so I think it's probably fair enough that we do look into getting this thing updated. We'll give it to the game dev team to work on that update though, because I think that's important that they kind of stick to their particular lane. And I'm wondering, do we want to port it to anything? Is there anything worth porting to? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, there is. Both of those for Space Command. You can be ported to nothing, which is fine. And Reverb, let's move Reverb over to Fluid View 2 as well, just because it's got a lot of people that can enjoy it right there. That seems like a really, really good thing to do. This pixel update is pretty much done. This Space Command 2 update, I kind of need it to be finished today as well. I'm not interested in the bugs necessarily, but definitely the tech, all of which is done. So you are done, which is great. That again should keep people nice and happy with my software. And I don't think we're releasing anything this year, right? There's nothing going out this year. It is Sergeant Stabbyface in January. It really needs to go into beta in probably, I want to say September is what I'm going to aim for. The art is done. The code is getting there. So we should be able to pull that off, which is what we're looking for. Let's get the core team to really knock out this port for Reverb 2.0, since it is very almost done. They nearly got there. They're also doing pretty well with Nexus as well, which is what we're looking for. So across the board, honestly, Nerdersoft is in a really good place. I was fined a little bit for not filing my taxes. That's all right. We're not going to worry too much about that. Let's give the core team the job of working on porting Space Command 2 as well, because I want the game devs to kind of focus entirely on Sergeant Stabbyface. They can also do Nexus, but yeah, game devs are all in on Sergeant Stabbyface. In fact, it's almost ready to promote, which is great news. So hopefully it is actually going to be incredible. That's what we're looking for. Pixel's up to 120,000 active users, 128,000. I think that's actually higher than what Space Command 2 peaked at, which is beautiful. Let's cancel support for the original Space Command. Let's cancel support for Reverb 2.0. We'll just focus on supporting what we have right here. That should be us in a pretty good spot. Let's have a look at my releases and see how we're doing. So profits, Space Command 2 right here. Pixel is creeping up. Pixel is definitely creeping up. I think Bob has more than earned his opportunity to get his own team. And I think with all that said and done, with Sergeant Stabbyface moving into beta right there, I think we can leave it there for today. I'm very, very happy with where Nerdsoft has gotten to. I think in the next episode, we are absolutely going to need to look at moving into a skyscraper, and we'll see what happens from there. I don't remember what the skyscraper's layout is exactly, but I'm hoping that I can get maybe some printers in there and we can get some couriers coming to pick up products. I would like to get a marketing team. I mean, I say that we really don't need to move right now. I could put some printers in here. I could put some marketing guys up here. It's just if we want to start making more than we're making right now, then yes, we do need to expand just a little bit. But I guess we'll figure that out, right? We can think about that between this episode and the next one. We will see what happens between this episode and the next one, which, spoiler, is probably going to be nothing because, yeah. Ooh. All right. Most profitable. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. But okay. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Okay. I think that needs to go in Bob's office, which is this one. I think Bob has kind of earned it, right? Like, he's definitely earned it. So let's get him a little shelf in there for his rewards. We'll get him a little, get Pixel's reward up there. And just while we're at it, I'm gonna get a security camera up here because I don't trust that we're not gonna get robbed again. I am a broken man. I have lost so many rewards. It's not fair, for God's sake. Not again. All right, can security deal with them? Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. All right, they're out of here. We're not getting robbed again, which is perfect. Let me hire some maintenance. We keep having things break, so we might as well bring some maintenance through here to get things sorted out for us. Oh man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about where Nerdsoft has gotten to. Pixel has 139,000 active users. That is more than it's more than we've ever had, which is great news. Let's get it updated. There's a lot of bugs in there. We've got Nexus ready to go into beta. We can just sort of let that sit there for a while and get worked on, which I am perfectly okay with. But I do think that is going to do us for today. I think we're doing all right. We're making some good money. We are a few short months away from Sergeant Stabbyface being released. It is going to have a nice long beta where hopefully we can fix a bunch of bugs and everyone's going to be happy with that release when it happens. But for now, that is going to do us for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.